What is going on, people of the internet? Hypocritic here with the K, double R, and welcome back or welcome if this is your first time visiting my channel. Now, for those of you who may be used to me by now and familiar with my content, may see this as out of the ordinary from my typical content. But hey, I have no problem doing new stuff here on my channel. This is not strictly gaming only. Although it's the primary thing I'm focused on, it's not the only thing I'm going to do on this channel. Now, with that said, I gotta be honest, this video is not being made just because I want to try something new. This video is part 3 to 2 compilations where I call out TikTok on their own hypocrisy in relations to the TikTok ban, where they keep claiming the US government is trying to suppress our freedom of speech, press, and creativity, when they really had no problem doing that themselves without any help from the US government. Now, before anybody says this, I know, technically speaking, the First Amendment does not apply to corporations. It only refers to the government overstepping on our freedom of speech and creativity. And to a degree, this can be seen as that, even if they're only currently going after TikTok. Maybe Reddit in the future. Why Reddit? Because they want to go after anything owned by foreign adversaries. And Reddit is owned by Tencent, a Chinese company. So as crazy as this sounds, if you don't want anything to happen to Reddit, you shouldn't be for this ban. Though this doesn't mean you should be supporting TikTok either. And although the First Amendment does not apply to corporations, that does not mean they get to act like a bunch of hypocrites and act like they're this bastion of freedom of speech and creativity and press when they have no problem censoring many of those things themselves. No problem. Before the ban was ever even concepted. Now, the 2 previous videos were compilations from other creators calling out TikTok, but those videos didn't get very far because, of course, they were made on TikTok and were suppressed by TikTok. This video has evidence footage that you are about to see that will reveal just how bad shadow banning can be on TikTok. This footage is literally just me using TikTok on a separate account and trying to test just how shadow banned my original account was. But in the process of doing that, I accidentally discovered some other random accounts that are a little shadow banned themselves. In order to test how shadow banned I was and to just see how much of my content would even pop up in the following feed, I would subscribe to random content creators on the For You page, along with also being subscribe, or I should say follow, really, to my own account, but my own original account with a different new one. And I would compare my own account to see how much of my content pops up compared to the other stuff I just followed. And as you will notice, if you pay attention to some of the dates, who pops up in the feed, their account icons, you will see some other accounts that I follow not pop up in my following at all. Or only old videos will pop up, and their newer videos will be shadow banned from the following feed. For some of these accounts, I do check their account to see how many videos some of those views have. I probably should have done that a bit more in this footage, but I just wanted to see how shadow banned some of these accounts were first and foremost. But I do check some of these accounts, and you will see for some of them when I visit their page that they have plenty of views and quite a healthy following, so it makes no sense that they would only get like 13 likes or so. Unless, of course, their videos were not being shown to their own followers and were actively being shadow banned by TikTok themselves. And really pay attention to my original icon, which is just Carl dressed up like Double D. Carl who? Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Sorry for the stutter, my brain had some crossed wires there. And also pay attention to another account called Tap Tap, which I end up following. Has a healthy amount of followers, has a healthy amount of views, but for some reason after following that account, I never get one single video in my following feed from that creator. And again, I must make this very clear, I was originally only testing my account. Those results came by accident, where I found out other content creators were being shadow banned in the process of me just trying to see if they popped up in my feed. Now, it's not like my content or TapTap's content weren't getting any views at all. They were still being shown to new viewers for a short period of time, and of course they wouldn't go any further if those viewers didn't engage. But to not send it out to the people who are actively following me Why? What do you get out of that other than upsetting your content creators and making them trust you less and not want to fall for your bullshit, TikTok? I don't get it. Now, this isn't the worst that TikTok has done to my account. In fact, my experience has been nothing but straight up dog shit on this platform because of TikTok themselves. If I feel like it, I might talk a little bit more about it near the end, or maybe I'll just save it for its own separate video because I feel like I can easily go on a 20-minute tangent just about that alone, and I'm pretty sure I already did in the first one, the first compilation, I mean. So most likely I'll save my full personal experience for a separate video. Maybe I'll make it a part 4 to these videos. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. But let me be clear that as ridiculous as it is for what you're about to see from this footage evidence, for as annoying and infuriating as it is, this isn't even the worst experience I've had on TikTok, nor the worst experience anybody could have on this platform. All because of the platform itself. Not its users, not a bunch of random glitch and bugs, but just because of how the platform is run. And look, to anybody out there who genuinely wants to give TikTok a try or keep using it, do you. All I'm saying is, the next time you go to support this platform because they're being banned and you're concerned about people being censored, remember TikTok are a bunch of hypocrites and that they're not one to talk. And although I'm all for supporting your favorite creators, they're better off going to other platforms to make sure nothing happens to their content or their business. If they genuinely think TikTok is a fuck about them or is going to try to fight for them or defend them, they have another thing coming. So by all means, if you still want to use the platform as a viewer or as a content creator, you do you. But don't be surprised if one day you get suppressed or shadow banned or even kicked off of the platform because it doesn't care about you before or after the ban goes through, or even if it doesn't. And stop supporting a corporation because you're nothing to them. You're a number. They don't give a fuck about you or me or anybody beyond their own personal bag. And by no means is this footage or my personal experience meant to convince you to be for or against the TikTok ban. But hopefully it does convince you to stop supporting $1 million corporation because they don't care about you. And stop being delusional enough to think they do. With that said, I have talked long enough. Let's get straight into the footage. And again, I'll save the rest of my personal experience most likely for another video because I can't easily go on a 20-minute tangent for that. Anyway, roll the footage. Oh, hey! If you made it this far, it means you actually made it to the end of the video. Now, once again, I really do got to make it very, very, very clear that this footage is not supposed to convince you to stop using TikTok or be for or against the ban. I personally, no matter the corporation, TikTok included, am tired of these corporations being allowed to get away with doing whatever the fuck they want because you people keep falling for their bullshit and supporting them. And everybody named Mama has no problem calling out the government's, own hypocrisy and incompetency, which I don't blame you. It's the fucking government of all things. Or any other corporation or social media like YouTube and Facebook. But when it's TikTok, everybody named Mama either wants to be straight up against it or for it. There's nothing in between. There's no calling out TikTok's hypocrisy, except for the few that just don't get noticed. But again, I'm not convincing you to stop using the platform. I'm not trying to convince you to be for or against the ban. I just want people to stop supporting million-dollar companies. And hopefully this video will convince more people to start calling TikTok out on their own bullshit. Hopefully when TikTok sees everybody named Mama's calling them out, they'll either fix their problems and give us a reason to want to support them, or they'll dub it down and they'll reveal their true colors. But at the end of the day, if you want to keep using TikTok, if you want to keep uploading to TikTok, if you want to keep supporting your creators on that platform, then fine and dandy, do you. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. But if you are concerned about your favorite content creators and their businesses, then your best bet is to support them everywhere else and anywhere else off of TikTok. Not support TikTok itself, you fucking dopes. Support your favorite content creators everywhere else. And chances are, due to TikTok's own hypocrisy, incompetency, and suppression on that platform, a lot of your favorite creators probably already moved to other platforms as a just-in-case measure if anything happens to their accounts or content again. Hell, I can already find plenty of my favorite creators on Instagram, Reels, and YouTube because of that very reason. Getting their accounts banned multiple times, like 6 times within a fucking month. So if you're genuinely concerned about your content creators, if this ban goes through, then support them on other platforms. Not TikTok, you fools. Hell, they're already on other platforms because of TikTok themselves, not the ban. And again, hopefully if more people call out TikTok on their own hypocrisy, they'll either fix their issues or double down and reveal their true colors. And then people can finally make a decision and stop supporting that platform. You don't have to support the ban. I'm not for the ban. But I sure as hell don't support the platform either. And frankly, at this point, I kind of want them to get banned. Not because I believe in half of the bullshit the government says, but because I just really want to see TikTok get a taste of its own medicine so fucking bad. And if somehow Reddit's on the chopping block too, that'd be the day. That'd be the most cathartic day ever. As a guy who doesn't like to dance or sing for shit, I will make a full video embarrassing myself of me dancing and singing to one of my favorite fucking songs, full blast, no fuck about copyright claims, and upload it to my YouTube channels and other platform channels, BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, shout out to those watching on those platforms, while I'm screaming and jumping for joy that TikTok and Reddit both got banned. Now, the government is not currently looking at Reddit, but who knows, they could eventually look in its general direction. And if they somehow both get banned and get a taste of their own medicine, just, it's fucking glorious. Anyways, with that said, that's the end of the video. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down below about the ban, your personal experience with TikTok, on TikTok itself as a platform, as a corporate entity, as a piece of software. Now, in all fairness, I could understand people liking TikTok as a software, as a video editor, what it has to offer as a platform, and not liking it as a corporation. I think you can like it in one way for that reason, and not like it in another way for the other. You can like it as an app, as a piece of software, as a tool, and hate it as a business. I know I sure do. And genuinely, when it works, all the features, the effects, the video editor, it's fucking fantastic. I honestly would love TikTok and all its features it has to offer into a separate video editor in of itself that doesn't require internet to use. It's honestly that great when it works. But TikTok as a corporate entity, I despise them and I only wish the worst for them. And I only ever will when it comes to a corporation. Because they don't deserve the best wishes. They're a corporation. But yeah, again, let me not go on another tangent. thoughts and opinions down below. Leave a like or a dislike. I don't care what your opinions are, negative or positive. I do want to hear them, don't get me wrong, but whether you put negative or positive engagement, it doesn't matter. That engagement will still help me in the algorithm. But nonetheless, I do want to hear your personal experiences. What's your negative experience on TikTok? What's a bit of hypocrisy that you want to call out from TikTok? Are you going to still use it even after all this? Or are you probably going to stop using it completely? Or just not support it through the ban? Maybe you are for the ban. Why? Is it for the same reasons as me? Or do you actually believe in half of the bullshit the government says? If so, I genuinely want to hear it. And of course, if you want to support me in anything else I have to do that I actually do, subscribe to add a little dose of chaos in your life. Ring that notification bell icon. Or if you're on YouTube, don't bother because it doesn't even fucking work. Just check up on my channel every now and then. Again, only on YouTube. BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey. By all means, subscribe there. The subscription button works there. Here on YouTube, it doesn't work. It's so pointless, you might as well not even fucking subscribe. Just check out my channel every now and then. Or just... I don't know. I don't know. Notifications don't work for shit. You're literally better off not even subscribing on YouTube. It just doesn't work. That number is meaningless. I have over 100 subscribers that don't even watch on YouTube. I don't know why those people subscribed. But in all fairness, they're probably not even getting notifications for my content. They probably think I haven't uploaded since the day they subscribed and just wondering, I wonder if HK gave up on his content. No, buddy, I haven't. You just haven't received any notifications. Unsubscribe. I bet you'll get more notifications by unsubscribing than if you were to stay subscribed. I apologize for any of the noise in the background. It almost feels like that my roommates are trying to be rude on purpose every time I record, because they literally do that only when I'm recording.